The Philippine Navy has long been planning to improve the capabilities of the 3 Hamilton-class cutter, which they acquired from the U.S. government from 2011 to 2016. The 3 Hamilton-class cutter were designated as Del Pilar-class frigates. A frigate's role is supposed to be a naval combatant that has more than one capability to address the multi-dimensional nature of naval warfare. This platform should have the capability for anti-surface, anti-air, anti-submarine, and even electronic warfare suites. But the Philippine Navy Del Pilar class has a lack of heavy weapons, including anti-ship and anti-aircraft missiles and torpedoes. Due to the absence of certain combat features that can be found on frigates from other navies, the Philippine Navy has 2 paths available for the Del Pilar class ships. Either to downgrade it as offshore patrol vessels, or to push for the upgrade of the ships, and give them the capabilities needed to be classified as frigates. In this video, we will see the Del Pilar class upgrade project of the Philippine Navy. We will look at the cost, and see if this upgrade will enhance the capability as a frigate, or the Navy will reclassify the ships based on their capacity for maritime warfare. But more importantly, we will look at what it is capable of, and when we could see it in action.
301 Freedom Marshal, case for recovery, CV1 approach, expected final bearing 331, altimeter 3001. 301 Marshal 170, 24 Angels, Niners.
For the past years, the Philippine Navy undertook some minor upgrades including the installation of the Coast Watch System Shipboard Command and Control Suite by GTS in 2013, which was made with U.S. military assistance. The installation of BAE Systems Mark 38 Mod 2, a 25mm remote weapon system, on FF-16. And the installation of BAE Systems Mark 38 Mod 3, a 25mm remote weapon system on FF-15. With a new upgrade project to improve the capabilities of the Del Pilar class frigates under the Horizon 2 of the revised Armed Forces of the Philippines Modernization Program, which was among the projects approved for implementation as part of the said modernization phase in 2017. In 2018, the Department of National Defense released the invitation to bid for the project, which will be undergoing a limited source bidding. With an approved budget of 1.5 billion pesos for combat management system, sonar, and radar electronic support measures. To make it capable of operating with the newest and more modern naval assets, like the 2 Jose Rizal class missile frigates, made by Hyundai Heavy Industries in South Korea. There are 2 parts in this project involved. One involves U.S. foreign military sales and foreign military financing involving the supply, delivery and installation of the following items: a new 3D air and surface search radar, a new identification friend or foe, an electro-optical and infrared camera system, and a pair of BAE Systems Mark 38 Mod 2, or Mod 3 25mm naval gun systems, to each ships of the class. This would be undertaken before the second part, which involves the sensor upgrade of the Del Pilar class ships, which will be tendered under a limited source bidding. The invited bidders are the Saab Group from Sweden, Hanwha Systems from South Korea, and Ultra Electronics from the United Kingdom. But this was postponed after 3 more companies are invited to join the post-bid conference. Among those who were invited were India's Bharat Electronics Limited, as well as 2 other companies. In 2019, only 2 bidders submitted a bid for the project. These are Hanwha Systems from South Korea and Ultra Electronics from the United Kingdom. Later it was confirmed that Ultra Electronics from the United Kingdom was the lowest bidder during the bid opening, which Ultra Electronics offered their combat management system, the Ultra Eagle or ESM system, and most likely the new hull-mounted sonar, the S-150. And Hanwha Systems, the same company doing the sensor system integration and supply of combat management system for the Philippine Navy new frigates, acquired from Hyundai Heavy Industries, which they offered their Hanwha Systems Naval Shield Baseline to, an integrated combat management system. Wärtsilä ELAC, Nautic Hunter hull-mounted sonar, and Elbit system, Elisra Aquamarine, and S9-300A, a radar electronic support measures. After the post-qualification inspection of the two companies, only Hanwha Systems passed the post-qualification inspection for the Del Pilar class upgrade project, while Ultra Electronics was disqualified. In June 2019, a meeting was called by the Department of Defense Bids and the Awards Committee, attended by members of the Philippine Navy's Defense Acquisition System Assessment Team and representatives from Ultra Electronics and Hanwha Defense Systems. Based on Defense Secretary Delfin Lorenzana's decision on the protest made by Ultra Electronics, but the decision to disqualify Ultra Electronics was still supported, and the project proceeds on the next phase of procurement. In July 2019, the Department of Budget and Management released the fund for the project, together with two other projects, for a total worth of 3.8 billion pesos. And in November 2019, the Department of National Defense has signed a contract with Hanwha Systems. This marks the start of the countdown to the delivery deadline around May 2022. In the same year, the Philippine Navy officially downgraded the Del Pilar class frigates to offshore patrol vessels. Formerly, the three ships were designated as fast frigates or FF-15, FF-16, and FF-17 to denote their role as frigates. With the redesignation, these vessels will be using the Patrol Ship Designation, or PS. PS-15, PS-16, and PS-17. As these capabilities are added into a platform, they now take on a different role and even purpose as part of a fleet's battle formation. So the need to correctly term a naval vessel based on its capabilities and specific role as part of a naval force. The Del Pilar class offshore patrol vessels has a displacement of 3,250 tons, has 85 crew, length of 115.2 meters, draft of 2.7 meters, a beam of 13.1 meters. With its powerful propulsion with combined diesel or gas engine, it has a maximum speed of up to 29 knots, or 54 kilometers per hour, with a range of up to 25,928 kilometers, and endurance of up to 45 days. Both ships have two rigid inflatable boats, and it has 75mm gun, 25mm autocannons, and 50 caliber guns around the ship. Each ship has retractable hangar and flight deck for one AW-109 naval helicopter. With the installation of new sensors and processing systems of the ship's combat system, a new identification friend or foe, search radar, navigation radar, fire control radar, electro-optical tracking system, and sonar, this will improve the Del Pilar class offshore patrol vessels the ability to see and hear, which is the most important upgrade for any military ship. A warship cannot fight what it cannot properly see or hear. So this is an important step before any modernization of a warship's firepower. But having the sensor upgrade is not enough for the ships. Once it's done with the sensors, it is more logical to undergo an upgrade that would improve its capability to fight.